Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So this video today is, why are you preparing? Why are you a prepper? Let's go ahead and talk about this. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, CFP here of Survival Living. So this is the topic I want to discuss with you and try to get a good feel and maybe help educate you in what my thought process is here. Alright, there's hidden agendas here. Okay, so the question is, why are we preparing? Why are we preppers? Why are you a prepper? Now, some of us try to prepare for as much as possible. That's pretty much what a prepper is. There's some individuals that only prepare for one type of event. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying trying to open up your mind a little bit more. You want to try to be prepared for as much things as possible. Fortunately for us, most prep items work together with other scenarios, so that's a good thing. There are some specialty items for special case scenarios that we should be preparing for. But why are we prepping? Please feel free to comment why you're prepping. You don't have to tell me who you are or where you're at, none of that stuff. This is the internet, by the way. But why are you prepping? One of the things I see is, I'm preparing food, I'm ready for SHTF. SHTF comes in many forms. I've had my own SHTF. Okay, when my house burned down nearly to the ground, I lost all my preps. My family and I were displaced. What money we had in our accounts was all we had. That's it. Everything in the house is burnt. All the preps I had, gone. That's shit hits the fan to me real quick. But there's many different ways, many different aspects of shit hits the fan. Everything from hurricanes, natural disaster, we get those a lot down here in Florida, to ice storms in your local area. When I grew up in North Carolina, we'd have ice storms, power out for 2 weeks. There was no plowing the roads for us. We lived out in the country. There was no services coming out there to plow our road. And we're talking miles of nothing but ice-covered dirt roads. You're not driving through that. Doesn't matter if you got four-wheel drive, that's four wheels still spinning on ice. That's it. I know, you should get chains. We had chains. Big difference in having to travel on ice all the time. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with you. Moving on. So, long-term food storage, canned goods, dry goods. Long-term food storage is these little companies here. This one here is For Patriots. This one here, we've got Nutrient Survival. I've done so many reviews on so many different long-term foods. We're affiliated with a bunch of them. But, you know, canned goods, dry goods, we are always doing videos on that. There should be a video pop up right about here for you. And the biggest thing I see on the internet, and I'm not coming down on anybody, I'm trying to help teach, educate, prepare you. I've got food put back, I'm ready for anything. No, you're ready for a food shortage is what you're prepared for on that. There's many different aspects of SHTF. But let's say you got all that food put back. Another thing I run into when I'm trying to speak on a bug out situation, I believe there needs to be in your plans a bug out plan in case something happens. I meet a lot of resistance online. Well, I'm 60, I'm disabled, I'm this, I'm that, I would die in my home, I'm not going out to the woods. Well, the fact is, if you're not prepared with the correct gear, blah 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 blah. Sorry, got tongue-tied there. If you're not prepared with the correct skills to do outdoor survival, if you do not have a plan on where you are going, yeah, you can die, of course. I mean, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Has people survived without a plan in the wilderness? Sure there has. Absolutely. Do you want to be that person trying to survive outdoors in the wilderness, on the run, in a bug out situation without a plan and destination? No, you don't want to do that. So, you need to have a plan in place in case you ever have to leave your home. We can quickly talk about dangers and why you would have to leave your home. Okay, 1, you've got a great threat coming upon you. Civil unrest, things like that. The mob is approaching. I've seen the comments, read them. I read all my comments, guys. I've got a bang bang, I'll go down fighting. What do you think they got? They're not coming to your home without something to take you down. I live in my home, I'm protected. That's another comment. You know, a 22 will shoot right through a wall. Actually look into the construction of homes. I've spoke on this many times. You usually got 3/4 inch, let's just say you got 3/4 inch plywood on the outside. You got some Tyvek wrap, you know, some type of plastic wrap for the home, and then you have a empty space full of insulation. Then you got drywall, and then you got the inside of your home. A 22 will go right through that, unless it hits a stud, which are usually 16 inches center apart. You got 16 inches gaps between your 2x4s. It will go right through your home. Okay. Now I've also spoke on this many times where if I wanted to take something, I would sit off and I'd sit there and watch. I'd wait for the opportunity for you to walk by the window. Just saying, it doesn't take much training to do that. So I'm staying home. That's just if they're trying to take your food. We know, or we believe, there's going to be people out there that will just go on killing sprees. There are a lot of people on mental medication that keeps them stable. And I don't mean just because you're on mental medication that you're unstable, you're going to start killing and eating people. But there are some people that are really psychotic. When these are in that general population of the apocalypse, no rules, just whatever they want to. We got firebugs, arsons. They don't need your food. They're just going to burn you out. Molotov cocktail, done. There are reasons to leave your home, and mainly it's because you got a threat coming in. Let's talk hurricanes. Many have evacuated due to hurricanes, earthquakes, all kind of different types of natural disasters. Have a plan. It don't mean you have to sit there and make your whole preparedness on bugging out, but you need to have a bug out scenario, a plan for it. Have a destination, have food drops on your destination, have multiple routes. I've seen the comments, well, must be nice to be able to afford another location. Well, one, you don't know where my other location is or what means I've done to get that. I also have a prepping community. I've spoken many times on building your own prepping community, strength in numbers. Having places that you can go to. Just consider it an insurance policy. When I speak of bugging out, I usually get this type of comment, and I see it a lot. And it's the way people are thinking, or at least there's a large majority of it. If I am having to bug out, or if I am having to rely on a bow drill to start a fire, it means I did not correctly prepare. I am not doing my preps correctly. If you are doing your preparedness correctly, you will never have to use that. You know, learning outdoor survival skills, which we are a big supporter of, and this channel is really pushing on that. And you're a prepper now. Again, remember, why are you prepping? Why are you a prepper? Most answers I guarantee I'll see in the comment section is, I want to provide for my family. Another one would be, I want to survive SHTF. This is why we teach outdoor survival skills. This is why we teach about bugging out. Learning these skills is prepping. Stockpiling food is great. We do it. Everybody should do it. But being able to survive without it is also prepping. You're preparing your body, you're preparing your skills so that no matter what threat, and that's the thing, I see it in every community, I am preparing for any threat comes my way. Let's take all your stuff right now. You have nothing, have no way of growing, you have no supplies. How prepared are you? And you got a Bic lighter? Let's say that, here's a scenario for you. You were rounded up some way or another. You got lured. Either they used a family member to draw you out. You're cuffed up. They are paddy-wagging your ass somewhere else. Scenario, you managed to escape. Now you've got nothing except the boots on your feet, clothes that you're wearing, and you're on the run through the woods. What are you gonna do now? I would rather die. Well, best of luck to you on that one. Me, I value my life. I value my family's lives. I would do whatever it takes to get home and protect them. I will do whatever it takes to keep myself alive. And that's why we push outdoor survival. So guys, you see, I'm out here at my home gym. I built a squat rack. Yeah, it moves. It's alright, still works. It's 4.5 feet down on the ground. Pull-up bar. Pull-down cables. I built my own workout bench. Incline bench. I got a circuit that I run with a packed gear. I train with a packed gear. It doesn't make me better than anybody. I'm taking the next step of my preparedness to a new level. Because I have been there, not having anything, only relying on my body to get me through something. And that's why we're pushing. My wife she doesn't do the exact same workouts I do, but she's out here doing workouts with me. You know, a family that works out together usually start fighting. No, anyway, no, me and my wife got a great relationship. That was meant as a joke. I hear it now. CFP and his wife fight. No, actually we don't fight. She knows there's something wrong with me. Exercising, working out is a big step of preparedness. It really is. Now again, I have to put this disclaimer there because it's just the way society works now. Speak to your doctor first before you do any type of exercising program. Okay? There, I said it. Then once you got the clear for your doctor, what did I have to do? I had to lose a massive amount of weight. It took a while. A lot of dieting, a lot of exercising. I didn't even start lifting weights yet. I had to drop, I was 252, 258 pounds. I got really big, really fast. It seemed like overnight when I got injured. Going through surgeries, all that stuff. It took a year to trim back down to what I am now. Last 6 months is when I started lifting weights. And it was slow progress. It still is. I still have injuries. I got a torn rotator cuff. I got a botched knee job. I got three messed up discs in my lower back, and I got one at the base of my skull that's messed up. So I have to exercise a certain weight and exercise correctly without injuring myself. But I'm building endurance and strength for my body because I know the things I've experienced in my life. I know what I'm going to be facing during SHTF. So seriously, be honest to yourself, evaluate yourself, and move on with your preparedness level. I'm not saying you have to do everything I do. I'm showing you what I do. What I do with our preparedness level here at the house, what we train our bodies for. Another concern I see, besides the bang bangs, and trust me, I'm all for it, definitely, have self-defense, absolutely. Know how to use it correctly. Know how to use it correctly, alright? Another concern I see is why I have my knives. I've got knives too. Do you know how to properly use them in self-defense? Do you know how to properly use them if you actually haven't to use it to attack? In my experience, and I do have a lot of experience, I was a train rider for 1.5 years, and it's not riding Amtrak. I've seen the down and dirty of society. I was homeless for a while. I've seen people get messed up out there from other people. We'll just leave it at that. Do you know how to actually defend yourself? I've seen people have their knife taken from them and then used upon themselves because the individual was just better skilled. Just because you have something does not mean you're going to survive SHTF or any type of threat that's coming at you. Having stuff is a huge part of preparedness, but are you training with it? The reason I bring all this up, guys, not just to scare the shit out of people or talk down to people. These are things that I experience, these are things I'm seeing, and I'm addressing it. This is my channel, this is why we're here to learn together on things. Take, for example, outdoor survival gear. I've seen hundreds of times all the courses I've taken in my life doing survival training. top-notch gear, loaded down way too heavy. I got the best blah blah blah. Let me show you this. This is a really cool item. But the fact is, they're not skilled with that item. They haven't trained with the item. They purchased it. Oh, look at all this nice shiny stuff I've got. I'm ready. But if you don't know how to actually utilize your equipment correctly, what good is it going to do you except weigh you down? This is why we do outdoor survival training. Yeah, I know. I've got my own business teaching that. I'm self-promoting my own stuff. I'm not. But in that, yeah, we actually go over the basics. This is why on this channel we're teaching this. Actually, take the videos I'm doing, go to your backyard. Take those items and make it happen. Once you're comfortable with that item in your backyard, now do an overnight in the woods. Build your confidence up. Now go deep in the woods. Build your confidence up. You'll be amazed at how much better you're going to feel about yourself and your own security once you actually accomplish this stuff, instead of watching a YouTuber talk about it. Don't just watch me do an outdoor survival video and go, yeah, I could do that. And I used to do that back when I was in Girl Scouts. How old were you, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts? I went to Cub Scouts and I went to Boy Scouts, and I got pulled out of Boy Scouts because that whole scandal was going on. My dad's like, nope, you're out of there. I'll teach you. How long has it been? How long has it been you've actually put your body through the test? We get older. I'm 43. I heard all the time. When I was out there this last trip, I was doing the survival with one of those emergency kits that you get from the store. Of course, we all know that's not the top end gear like what the gear I'm carrying now. Some of that's not even top end. It's just proven to work. That's why we use it. But how long has it been? Be honest with yourself. Things I did 20 years ago, I'm not able to do right now. And I know where I'm lacking in my body, and that's why I'm pushing, and I'm pushing. I'm trying to build back. I probably would never, I say probably, will never get to where I was at when I was 20, 21. Probably not. I'll learn more knowledge, but knowledge isn't what's going to save me when I have to physically do something. Please pay attention to this, because I see this a lot. I have books on such and such. I have a lot of knowledge. I am prepared. People will come to me for my knowledge. No, they won't. You might have some lackeys that might kiss your ass to get whatever you got. Brown nosers, people that's going to use you for your supplies. You're not. Hate to bust that bubble on that, but really think about it. Having knowledge is great, but if you don't know how to actually utilize that knowledge and actually prove that you can perform with that knowledge, because I'll tell you what, there's many times outdoors when I'm doing my outdoor survival videos, my training, I'm operating on muscle memory. I am so exhausted from lack of food, dehydration, no sleep, that my muscle memory is kicking in, and it's compensating for delirium. That's probably not a word, you know what I'm saying, the fog in your head, and that does happen. Now, I'm not saying start training on going without food. Please don't do that. That's not good for your body at all. It's not. I'm not talking about fasting and stuff like that. Always trying to do that, it's just not a good idea. One of the comments I recently read, you need to start training to survive on 1,000 calories a day and wear larger clothes so that you will look like you're starving and people will not come to you for your food. Nope. Now I'll tell you why I say nope on this. If you are well fed, you've got energy, you can perform. I've pushed my body in situations days without eating. I've proven here on film the lack of energy when you don't have fuel in your body. You do not want to be operating on 1,000 calories a day. Can you survive and operate on 1,000 calories a day? Yes, you can. And by the way, guys, I am not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. But I'm telling you from a prepper standpoint, don't do it. Because while you're starving yourself down to 1,000 calories a day, and now something major rolls in on you, you're going to need that energy to fight that threat. But you've been starving yourself so you can kind of blend in and hope that no one notices you. People are going to notice you. When all power stops, and this is a scenario for you, when EMP, coronal mass ejection, or they just throw the switch on you, sound travels everywhere. You'll be amazed at how much sound you hear if you go out in the middle of the woods and all you hear is nature. You can hear something a quarter mile off. Just a simple branch breaking or a tree going down. All power stops. People are going to be watching exactly what everyone's doing because they don't have TV. They're going to be out. They're going to be looking around. They're going to be seeing, well, why isn't he come out of his house? Okay, well, we'll just, and this is the criminal mind aspect here. I don't mean the TV show, which is awesome, by the way. Well, I'm going to go over and, oh yeah, no, I wasn't trying to break in your house. I was concerned. I was just looking to see if you're okay. You don't think there's going to be a whole bunch of home invasions? There is. No rule of law. That's where defense comes in. One or two people, yeah, you can easily defend your home. One or two well-trained people, all right, you know what, that's always debatable. The fact is, though, it's like I've said before, if I was doing this situation, I would wait you out. I'd learn your routine. If it took me 3 weeks to do it, so be it. I'd be watching. If I had any suspicion that you had food. Luckily, I'm a prepper. And this is another reason why I say spread your preps out. Don't have it in one little spot. It is nice to go and open up your warehouse or your prepper pantry or whatever it is that you put food, supplies, and just look at everything that you've accumulated. It's a great feeling. Security, you're looking at it, yes. All it takes is one major event and you lose it all. House fire. I lost everything. Everything that was at that location, I lost it. So guys, I'm not coming down on anybody. These are concerns I'm seeing as a YouTube creator, as a prepper, as someone that has built several prepping communities, dealing with people. I'm seeing this and it is disheartening. The answer that I see, the plans that I see, I would rather die. I would go down in a blaze of glory. Why give up? Why prep if you're willing to give up? For those I see, and there'll be comments here, I see it every time I do anything physical or anything on my channel. I'm disabled, I guess I will just die. Build a prepper community. I have stressed that many times. I have successfully built several of them. I work all the time with other creators, people in my local area trying to build and make outreach. Strength in numbers. If you're disabled and it's just you and you're trying to prepare but you're worried and your answer is, well, I guess I'll just die. Wake up. Just because you're alone right now does not mean you're going to die. Start working on building a community. Strength in numbers. Like-minded people. Come together, or you go to them, or they come pick you up and they take you over there. Prepping communities is definitely your answer. The mindset of, I give up, I don't understand. When you come to the mindset of, I give up, that's it. You gave up. Because during SHTF, the odds of somebody going out their way to make sure you're okay and you don't have things established, they're too busy looking out for their own. They're looking out for themselves. And unfortunately, the majority of Americans, and I'm using this because I am in America, are looking out for themselves and they're not prepared. We're the minority. Preppers are the minority. We got one hell of a fight when all this goes down. Will we become targets? Yes, of course we will. No doubt about it. You have to be prepared for that too. You know, I see all the time, especially people I talk to all the time. Well, I'm not worried about it. You know, I used to be a pretty good fighter back in the day. I'm looking at this individual, you're 80 pounds overweight. Be back in the day. If that's your go-to, that you're going to be fine because you used to fight 20 years ago, but now you're 80 pounds overweight and you can barely walk, reevaluate your plan. Be honest with yourself and reevaluate your plan. If that's your go-to, that you're gonna fight, start working on your body. Seriously, no BS. We try to go straight facts here. It's hard, it hurts. I'm sorry if your butt hurt. Let's just be real. Alright guys, keep on prepping. Please listen to what I say. Let those words sink in. Don't mean you have to do a damn thing I'm saying. It don't. I hope that you would actually listen and go, okay, this makes sense. I really need to make a change. When it comes to shit hits the fan and you don't have a community, you're relying on yourself, you better have your body ready to do that. Also, if you got a prepping community, wouldn't you be a greater asset to them if your body's in better shape where you can actually help out more? Do you want to be a burden on people that are just barely making it by, but they made an agreement with you to help take care of you too, but you're not going to do anything? I'm not saying you got to be on the front lines, but hey, there might be a night they need some sleep and they need you to do patrol. They need you to do overwatch. Something to think about, guys. All right, speak to y'all later.